the man who was never chased. In the heart of a bustling Renaissance city, where power moved silently through whispers and influence was more valuable than gold, there lived a man named Adrian. Adrian was not the richest. He was not the most handsome. He was not the loudest voice in the room. And yet, people could not forget him. They thought about him long after conversations ended. They replayed his words in their minds. They wondered what he was thinking, even when he said nothing. Some admired him, some envied him, some feared him, but all of them were drawn to him. And the strange part? Adrian never chased anyone. The first observation: desire grows in absence. One evening, a young merchant approached Adrian and asked, "How do you make people think about you like this?" Adrian didn't answer immediately. Instead, he poured 2 cups of wine and handed one over. Then he said quietly, "People value what they cannot fully have." This idea reflects a core principle found in the teachings of Niccolò Machiavelli. Human desire is not driven by possession, it is driven by uncertainty. If you are always available, always replying, always explaining yourself, you become predictable. And predictability kills fascination. Rule 1: never be fully available. Adrian was known for something unusual. He would appear and disappear. At gatherings, he never stayed too long. In conversations, he never revealed everything. In relationships, he never became easy to access. This created a powerful psychological effect. People began to fill in the gaps themselves. They wondered, what is he thinking? Why did he leave early? What does he really feel? And just like that, their minds became occupied. Story: the woman at the balcony. A noblewoman once noticed Adrian at a public event. He spoke to her briefly, calm, composed, intriguing. Then he left. No follow-up, no attempt to impress her further. Days passed. She found herself thinking about him, not because of what he said, but because of what he didn't say. That is the power of unfinished experiences. The mind hates incomplete stories, so it keeps returning again and again. Rule 2: say less, make it matter. Most people talk too much. They explain, they justify, they try to impress. But Adrian understood something deeper. The more you say, the less people value your words. When he spoke, he was precise. Short sentences, calm tone, no unnecessary detail. This forced people to pay attention. Silence became part of his communication. And silence creates tension. Tension creates curiosity. Curiosity creates obsession. The psychology behind it. According to principles aligned with Niccolò Machiavelli's thinking, people are not controlled by logic. They are controlled by emotion, perception, and imagination. When you give people everything, they stop imagining. But when you give them just enough, their mind starts working for you. Rule 3: create emotional contrast. Adrian never behaved the same way all the time. Sometimes he was warm, sometimes distant, sometimes deeply attentive, sometimes completely unavailable. This inconsistency was not random, it was intentional, because the human brain becomes addicted to emotional variation. Predictable behavior equals boredom. Unpredictable behavior equals addiction. Story: the rival. A rival once tried to copy Adrian. He began acting mysterious. He stopped replying to messages. He became distant. But something went wrong. People lost interest. Why? Because mystery without value is emptiness. Adrian, on the other hand, had substance. When he spoke, it mattered. When he listened, it felt real. When he disappeared, it created impact. Rule 4: be valuable, not just mysterious. You cannot fake depth. If you want people to become mentally attached, You must give them something worth thinking about: ideas, perspective, energy, presence. Adrian made people feel something rare, seen yet not fully understood. This balance is powerful. Rule 5. Control your emotional reactions. One day, a man insulted Adrian in public. Everyone watched, expecting a reaction. But Adrian remained calm. No anger, no defense, no explanation. He simply looked at the man and smiled slightly, then walked away. That moment spread across the city, not because of the insult, but because of the response. People became even more fascinated. Why didn't he react? What does he know that we don't? And again, their minds stayed occupied. The hidden mechanism, psychological hooks. Adrian unknowingly used what modern psychology calls open loops. These are unresolved mental patterns. When something is incomplete, the brain keeps returning to it. That's why unfinished conversations stay in your mind. Mixed signals create emotional confusion. Silence feels louder than words. Adrian mastered this naturally. Rule 7. Never explain yourself too much. One of the biggest mistakes people make is over-explaining. They try to clear misunderstandings, they try to prove intentions, they try to control how others see them. But according to Niccolò Machiavelli, perception is more powerful than truth. When you explain too much, you reduce mystery. When you reduce mystery, you reduce attraction. Story: the letter that was never sent. A woman once wrote Adrian a letter, expressing her feelings. She waited for a reply. Days passed, then weeks. Finally, she received a short message: "I understand." Nothing more. That single sentence created more emotional impact than pages of explanation ever could. Rule 7. Let them come to you. Adrian never chased, not because he didn't care, but because he understood something powerful. People value what they invest effort into. If you chase them, they relax. If they chase you, they become emotionally involved. Effort creates attachment. The final realization. Years later, a student asked Adrian, "What is the secret to making people obsessed with you?" Adrian replied, "Do not try to control their mind. Simply become someone their mind cannot ignore." The core principles of mental obsession. From all these lessons, a pattern emerges. To create deep psychological attraction, be present but not constant. Speak less but with meaning. Create curiosity, not clarity. Show value, not neediness. Control emotions always. Leave things unfinished. Let people come to you. The final scene. As the sun set over the city, Adrian walked alone through quiet streets. Behind him, people still spoke his name, still wondered about him, still tried to understand him. But Adrian never turned back, because he knew something most people never realize. You don't need to chase attention if you understand how the mind works. And when you master that, people don't just notice you, they think about you, even in your absence.